Terry Denton with Rome Sign. Good morning. And Ed Schmidt is in. You guys are with Crime Stoppers.
Representing Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers.
So explain what this what Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers is.
Well, Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers is a not-for-profit organization. We're basically a local branch of Crime Stoppers USA, a program that's been around since 1976. Basically, we offer an opportunity for people to make completely anonymous tips regarding crimes to law enforcement through our website, through an app that they can download, through an 800 number or 877 and social media.
And you're law enforcement, and Terry, you're not, right?
No.
Obviously, you run your business. So I know why you got in, and I'll get to you, Terry, in a second. But one of the things that is a problem, and we see it, I think this is big in Rome. I mean, you guys have done a great job in Rome,
and that's really
making
where it
this
started,
well known
locally with the Rome Police Department.
But in Utica, they have this really big problem of this no snitching thing.
Well,
and people, I think, want to talk. They want to say something, but they're afraid to do it.
Again, we offer them an avenue to do so anonymously. And I'll be honest, Utica Police has had quite a bit of success. Lieutenant Stan Fernald is a representative from Utica Police Department, our law enforcement liaison, and they're pretty busy with information received through our website. It primarily comes through our website. And they're also on Facebook, et cetera.
So there is no, and I'll throw this to you, Terry, there is no way, if you give a tip here, there's no way that your name is ever going to get out there.
Absolutely not.
And that's the key to this.
That's the key. Yep.
Because people, I think, are afraid in some
They're
cases.
afraid, but this is definitely confidential. Nobody would.
The other part is, I hate to say it, but there's a reward.
Yeah, just what I was just going to say. There's a monetary incentive. Now, not all of the tipsters are looking for a reward, but obviously we do.
Do some say, no, I don't want it?
Some do say that. But, that's probably 75% do take a cash incentive.
Sure. Okay. And it's cash.
It is.
So, because otherwise you would be exposing the name.
Exactly. It's completely anonymous. If someone makes a tip that results in an arrest, if it's a good tip, we basically have a criteria to follow, different levels for the rewards. And then what our group does, our committee approves the monetary amount, and then we set up basically, and it's all confidential once again, but a delivery system, which I'm not going to get into. But the tipsters assigned a 4-digit code unique to them, and that is their only identifier.
Wow.
To receive their reward.
Do you ever run into problems with, did you say they get paid upon an arrest or a conviction?
With the way Crime Stoppers is set up, it's an arrest. If it leads to, it's good information that leads to an arrest.
Have you ever had a problem or a situation where I'm throwing Keeler's name out there at every opportunity?
He does
because I'm looking for the $50, the $100, whatever.
And
whatever
he's trying
the case
to
might
get
be.
rid of me. Is what he's trying to do.
I don't job, by the way, while Bill was on vacation.
Oh, thank you.
Hiatus.
It's all part of the plan.
So, but have you ever run into that before where maybe something was complicated because somebody was feeding information?
A good example is Family Court, where sometimes, he's molesting the kids, and it turns out this is just...
That's a tough one. We actually do have a current situation actually involving another state, which what we do is when we receive information, that information is turned over to the agency that would be investigating it. What we do is in a timely manner. Now, if there's an emergency situation where you need police right away, you call 911.
Right.
But we receive information, and that's disseminated to the to the law enforcement agency, local agency that would handle that case. And that's why we have law enforcement liaisons. We have a law enforcement liaison from the United County Sheriff's Office, one from Rome Police Department, and one from Utica Police Department.
And I talked to them last night. I'm volunteering in this program. They won't let me hear anything confidential. They put headphones on.
The worst guy in the world.
Yeah.
You ever should get smart, that cone of silence?
Yeah. It's a little booth they make
Bill,
me
step
go
aside,
in.
the cone coming down.
Comes from an old Jeopardy game show where you can't hear anything at all in there. But and he said it's very important, the type of tips that we're looking for. This is not, some kid's walking on my lawn. This is not my neighbor's putting a fence up, and
there's thresholds.
This is I'm going to help you solve a crime, or I'm going to report a crime that you don't know about that's going on. Could be pedophilia, it could be molestation, it could be
weapons,
drugs,
armed robbery.
Yeah,
I know he's in the cellar at XYZ address. Correct.
Right, and that's
so, obviously time sensitive.
Yes. And speaking of time sensitive, how does that work?
Well, again, we have our law enforcement liaisons, and the way the program's set up, they actually receive real-time information.
Okay.
So between our 3 law enforcement liaisons, they're monitoring and receiving the info as it comes in, and then they disseminate it to the appropriate agencies for the appropriate response.
Okay.
You also said it's anonymous, 100%,
100%,
always?
100%.
So there's not an opportunity where if I call in, I've got tip on some violent drug dealer or something like that. You say, listen, you're the only person who came forward on this. We need somebody to testify to get a conviction. Would you consider that? Does that type of scenario happen?
I mean,
this
certainly
kind of came up last night.
Certainly, a tipster would have. It'd be their choice if they decided they wanted to come forward. But again, our program gives them that anonymity, which is key. Mm-hmm. It brings forward a lot of information that you wouldn't normally get, just because people don't want to be known.
From what I gathered last night, and this is from the police officers who were talking, is that this is a private organization. It's not public. It's private.
Correct.
It's a nonprofit, and
we're all volunteers.
The rules are that you cannot be exposed. Period.
Right.
Now, I guess if you choose to,
you're your own
participate
person.
in it,
If
you
someone
can do
makes
that.
a tip, says, geez,
I'm willing to testify.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's certainly their choice. They
But
could
you
certainly
will
walk in
never-
the police station and say, hey, it was me.
You will never
info.
have to worry about your name being exposed.
Correct.
Period.
Completely anonymous,
Yeah.
unless that person chooses not to.
Which I'll be turning my wife in soon for something.
Oh no, I know
I'm
your
gonna
wife. She's
I'll
very
get
nice
her.
lady.
Terry, I want to ask you what got you into this organization?
You know what? That's a good question, Bill. Honestly, I went way back to Tim Bates, Captain Bates. He's basically the star of this whole thing. So I ended up meeting a group over at a restaurant, Gone Coastal. So I was sitting there, and I know Tim, and we just kind of got talking. He says, "Hey, you want to join the club?" So we started from there,
Right.
and I've been with them ever since.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Tim Bates is responsible for
Tim sucked me in.
Yeah, he's the one that sucked you in as well. So, anything else you guys want to? Oh, obviously you have an event coming up.
We do. Again, we're not for profit.
Are you at the home show this weekend?
No.
Okay.
we're not.
All right.
No. But we.
I know Rome PD is there. So.
Yeah, and Rome PD obviously is affiliated with us.
Yep.
They're a great partner, and we may have some of our literature there.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, it's all volunteer. It's down to people and their time. But again, we operate obviously out of a monetary reward structure, and our funds are raised solely through donations, community, businesses. And we've had a lot of great support over the years from some pretty big businesses. But this in particular, we've got on May 4th coming up a big vendor craft fair and basket raffle. It's going to be an MVCC in Rome at the Plumley Complex, and that's going to run from 10 to 6, free admission, and you
10 to 4.
I'm sorry, 10
That's
to 4.
all right.
I've got another event that's 12.
Now
to
I know
6.
why. Now,
Thank you.
now I know
This
why,
one's 10
why
to 4.
Terry's here. He's
10
here
to
to make
4.
sure Ed gets everything right.
MVCC in Rome.
Hang out
Thank
till
you,
6,
Terry.
but
And we've got upwards of 80 vendors and crafters.
Wow.
We've got food trucks. We've got again tremendous amount of baskets, quality items too. We're talking Engelbert's Jewelers. We're talking Smoker Grills. We're talking some really
Mary
higher
Kay
end items.
Cosmetics. And,
And then and vendors wise, as Terry's saying, we've got Avon, Mary Kay, Pampered Chef.
And the
Taste
idea,
Simple.
the idea is in order to operate, in order to give out rewards, you got to raise money.
You gotta raise
And
money.
that's what this is. That's what this is going to do.
This goes directly towards our tip reward fund.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else you want to add over there, Terry?
No, just it'd be nice if we can get some people over there to support this, and
Yeah.
it's well worth Well worth stopping over there, no doubt.
Great event, great organization. Yeah. I'm really impressed by this organization.
I appreciate your.
You make the community safer is really what this does.
And your willingness to help us
Well, you
out.
made me do it. I appreciate that.
But I will also say, I mean, and with that being said, we're also working on getting the word out more.
Yep.
More and more as we progress here and as we grow. We really haven't. It hasn't been a very long-term relationship in this area.
Yeah,
I mean, we're still young, and we do try and make other events like Oneida Police Department's having a Oneida Area Public Safety Day on June 1st. That's the one that's from noon to 6. June 1st, and we'll have a table there.
Okay.
We'll be out there with the sheriff's office, the state police, a lot of law enforcement agencies, but they're doing an open house with their police department and their firehouse. They're closing off 2 blocks. And in the near future, you're going to see some more, I think, visibility and signage and advertising regarding this program. Just make people aware that it's out there so that they can take advantage of it.
Fair enough. And, Terry, before you go, I want to ask you a completely separate topic. Sure. How do you feel about the sign world has completely changed today, the billboard world?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
By the way, you're a local company that has been able to remain the company.
62 years.
That's That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But it's all changed. Long gone are the days where you're rolling all of that stuff. It's completely different now. Talk about how that's changed as well as the electronics of all of this.
Well, back in the day, like my old man, he's still around. He's people come in, they want their truck lettered, and he would do it by hand.
Yeah.
Now that those days are history. Mm-hmm. But he does still. People do come in and ask and want some old stuff done like that. But
pretty cool.
Yeah. As the years progress, everything's changing over to computers, and
so now when you do a big sign, it's one piece that comes in and it's strapped, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
You print them out. Comes out. You can get large format printers, and you print them out. You got to go up, as far as billboards wise. But everything, and then now everything is LEDs. Neon is kind of getting extinct. Everybody's kind of retrofitting LEDs.
Yeah.
It's big.
It's a different world, and you got to grow with it.
Everything changes up. You got to stay with it. Yep.
Pretty cool.
Just one more thing to add is incentive to attend the craft fair in Rome next weekend, May 4th, would be an appearance by the Blues Brothers.
Oh,
the famous Blues Brothers of
Mellow
Old
fame.
Forge,
the Old Forge fame,
the channel. Mm-hmm. Rumor has it they'll be making an appearance at this craft fair. They've been hibernating.
Okay, they have.
But the sunshine
will bring them out.
drew them out yesterday.
They put on
this weekend, so we're hoping for some more sunshine next week.
They put on a few pounds, but you'll recognize them quite well. So, all right, guys, thank you. And it's the Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers. Great organization. And again, look it up online and
just Google it.
And you'll learn a lot.
Facebook.
Okay, cool. Thank you.